Boom, boom. Let's get it. What up? What up? What up? What up, everybody? This is New York, in your city's live podcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna wait for everybody to get up in here and we start. We're gonna try to start on time today. We're gonna wait for everybody to get up in here before the guest gets in. He's ready to go. Give a chance for the stream to go out. Sometimes it takes a little second for it to go out, but as it goes out, we're gonna wait for everybody to come up on in here, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. And as you come up in here, smash the like button. Definitely smash that like button as you come up in here. What's going out? It's going out. It's just got a message notification that it's going out. Let's see who comes up in here first today. Let's see who comes up in here first today. Who's first? Who's first? Who's first? It's always a race to see who's first. It always is a race to see who's first. Besides me, besides yours truly, but it's always a race to see who's first to come up in here first. And like I said, I know sometimes notifications go out a little late, and it takes a while for them to kind of go out. But as they go out, people come in. So sit and wait for a second. See who comes up on here first. Anybody? Who's first today? Where's everybody at? Make sure my notifications went out. No, I got the notification, but I want to make sure they all went out. They were supposed to. Okay, they just now going out. Okay. A little late, but they going out. Come up on in here. Come up on in. Smash the like as you come up in here. Let me know you're up in here so I can shout you out. And thank you for joining me. One Eye Balance Solo, you the first one to message. What's good? Appreciate you for coming through. Appreciate you coming through. We definitely wait for some more folks to come through. Then we're gonna go ahead and get started. I always start right at 6:30. Letting people, letting notifications go through, and as they go through, letting people come in, and after that, I go ahead and get started. I get started usually I give it about 4 or 5 minutes, somewhere along in 6 minutes max, and I go ahead and get started, especially when my guests are ready to go. But I know today notifications are kind of going out slow, especially when I set up everything. So just kind of wait for some people to come through. But they're gonna appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you coming on through the podcast. Appreciate you, especially with our guest is coming through here in a few minutes. Somebody send me a message, make sure they ain't the guest. And it is not. See people starting to come on through, come on through, come on through. Come on through, definitely come on through. Come on through, come on through. Wow, it's really going out slow. Usually more people come through around this time. As when folks come through. Well, as when folks come through, I'm going to go ahead and start talking about a few things. Definitely welcome people as you're coming in. Definitely smash the like button. We're going to talk about a few things, talk about some announcements and whatnot. We'll go ahead and get into a special announcements. For those that are going to the show, even though it's Dunk Master Show, the YouTube Showdown in Dallas, please make sure you get your ticket because once they're sold out, they're sold out. And that's next Saturday, March 7th. I will definitely be there in attendance. Make sure that you're there because you definitely do not want to show up without getting a ticket because they sell out before the tickets sell out the gate. Then that's all they're going by is the tickets. They're not selling no more tickets once they're sold out. Once they're sold out, that's it. That's it. No rain checks, no nothing. So definitely make sure you come through and get your ticket. You can get it online at Demonology demonology638.com. Once again, it's demonology638.com. You definitely want to get your ticket because it's going to be a packed, basically going to be sold out event. And if you don't have your ticket, you come to the gate trying to get in, and they're like, "Hey, we have no more tickets or anything at the gate," and you can't get in, then you just be out of luck. And I don't want nobody to be out of luck that's trying to attend. I definitely want nobody to be out of luck that's trying to attend. I want to make sure everybody can be able to get in, have a good time, whatnot. Enjoy the car show, enjoy the races, see a lot of your YouTubers that you've seen over the years. And for me, it's a great event that they're putting on, and I fully support it and have been supporting it since day one because they talked about doing it. How you doing, Amir? How you doing? Appreciate you coming through. So definitely, like I was saying, definitely don't want to miss, that event if you're able to come. Now to come on the stand, I will be doing a few lives while I'm there, not a whole lot, because a lot of things I'm gonna be doing is mostly all footage. I will be sending that footage, doing that footage out. I actually have a video that's dropping it's either tonight or tomorrow from another event I was at this past weekend. So definitely don't want to miss that. Definitely need the notification bell so you'll be ready to see that. And trying to think of some other things. In other news, I think that was all the news. The rest of them, wait, what up, Queen B? What up? What up? So, with that being said, I know notifications are kind of going out slow, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Everybody catch up as we go along because my guest is ready to go, and I don't want to keep him waiting. And it's more than just one person. It was one person, and then the car in the background. So, y'all, I've been watching this guy for a minute, watched a lot of things he have done. I actually met him while I was at Stunt Fest. I was at which car show? One of them in Atlanta because both of them were around the same time, almost around the same time at the same venue. I met him then. Loved this car when I saw it. It was something different, and man, it was definitely something that I liked what he brought to the game because it was different. And with it being so different, I thought that it was like one of the greatest things. So, with that being said, instead of me keep going and going and going, I'm gonna bring the man on. Y'all welcome to the stage, Mr. Malibu King 78 himself. What up, bro? You here? What's up? What's up?
What's up, homie? What's good? What's good?
Hold on, let's bring you in slow. Hold on.
Yeah, you got me?
Hold on. You know what just happened? Hold on. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. I know if you can hear me or not because everything just kind of everything kind of froze for a second.
Yeah, I'm in there. We good. Yo, you there?
Here we go.
All right, you good? You good?
Yeah, good. I don't know what happened. Something just happened for a minute. I didn't even know what happened. But man,
Yeah.
appreciate you for taking your time out your busy schedule to come through. And I see the gangsters in the back. I know I've had a lot of questions like, who's the gangster? Who's the gangster? And the gangster is the car in the back. Now, one thing I will say is I've watched you for a long time. When you had the first set of wheels, I noticed like your third set of wheels on that car now. And what struck my attention was I think I was either at
the fifth set.
Dang, the fifth set. Wow.
Yeah,
I remember the black set, and then I remember they both were black. And then I remember when you put these on.
Yeah.
And one thing I like to share with everybody on that's just jumping in is for some reason notifications went out a little late today, so everybody's just now starting to come in. And I don't know if you can see the comments and whatnot, but anybody that throws up questions, I'll make sure I post them up because I can post them up so you can see them. If they don't post them, I'll tell you exactly what they're saying. But what struck me with your car was something different. You see a lot of two-door Malibus, two-door, and then here you go put them this four-door all blacked out, and I was like, it grabbed my attention. I remember I was talking to G Dog. Shout out to G Dog 803. He would be on the show tomorrow, y'all. I was talking to him back 96 Chevy. We were just standing there talking, and I said, "Y'all look at this Malibu pulling up." And G-Dog said, yeah, I see that Malibu before, blah, 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 blah. I was like, well, you know, I don't live in Atlanta no more, so I don't see everybody. It was like, oh, well, man, you can roll over this week. I rolled over there. After you parked, got the footage and whatnot, stopped talking for a minute. You open up the hood. I was like, man, I love what I saw. I know a lot of people are all doing all the LSs now. I'm one of them that's doing the LS, but I love what you did with the engine that you have and the small block that you did. It's very well detailed, man. In the words of my dad and my uncle, you can eat off the engine.
Yeah, man. Attention to detail, man. That's my thing, man. I try to touch every little piece, every nut and bolt, man. I don't want nothing old on this joint, man.
And that you did. I mean, you touched every little piece of it to the point where now I got people sending me private messages. We're gonna get to it. And there's some of my folks that's working second shift that don't want nobody to know they're on because they want to get trouble at work. They send me private messages and whatnot on here.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna get to them, and no, I'm not gonna shout out your names. But, you know, I love that you pay attention to every little detail. I mean, to the smallest thing, to the cover for the spark plugs that was chromed out. I was like, wow, you know, a lot of people don't do stuff like that anymore. You know, I know Murph, he did that with his build. Shout out to Murph. And a few others I know that have done it. But even lately, you know, I haven't seen anybody do a lot of that, paying attention to detail. And I was like, man, he paid attention to every little detail. Every little detail on there was done up just right, and it coordinated with the whole color scheme of the car. Period.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, man, I like how you did that. I like how everything went with that, and man, it's nothing. It's nothing bad to me. Anybody can say about your build. It's different. It's out the box. It's a Ford Malibu, and I haven't seen too many. As a matter of fact, I don't know the last time I seen a Ford Malibu around.
Yeah, it's only a handful of us, man. You know, I know most of the people online with the 4-doors. You know, like I said, I done had my car. Believe it or not, I done had my car 21 years, bro.
I know. I saw that you had put that down. What up, Nova Rucci? I see you. And yes, I got your message. I will message you back after this. But yeah, and I noticed that, and I was like, well, no, I seen it. That was what? I said, damn, time flies. That was 10 years. That was over 10 years ago when I first saw it. And I was like,
bro, this car was out when 20s was the biggest rims, bro. Like, that tells you how long ago it was.
Yeah, and that was 20 years ago, because I remember that whole scene. I want my banner to disappear. Trying to get back up there. There you go. To me, I know what you're talking about, because during that era, early 2000s, late 99, early 2020s was just hitting the scene, and the people try to give them the fit, and all of a sudden you had the 22s come out, and that was like the biggest thing until about 2000 and end of 02, somewhere along in there. Then it went to something bigger than that, and you know, to see that you still have that car, still have it looking good, I commend you on that, because a lot of people have changed from a lot of what they had.
Yeah, and it's a one.
You know, a lot of people are not rocking the same things they got, the same and whatnot. A lot of people are doing something, you know, different than what they had then. I know I am. I know for me now, from what I have now.
Shit, what happened?
Okay, don't know who cut me off. Oh, somebody was trying to call me. Let me put play mode. People love doing that when I'm on here. Okay.
I know, right away. Good till you go live, they don't want to call you and shit.
Yeah, and then they text me, "Are you live?" Like, what? Hawkeye, what's happening? What's happening, Hawkeye? I appreciate you for coming through.
But I bought this car from the original
for sharing that, and also I know you're gonna be right back in a minute. But my thing was this, you know, I want to make sure you got on here, because I believe in giving people their flowers while they're living.
Yeah.
And to me, this was one of those things where I was like, you know what, I got to get them on and let them know about his build. If nobody else don't let you know, I love your build. I love what you did with it.
I appreciate it, bro.
And
I appreciate
it's not too over the top. I love the color. Y'all, when I tell y'all, if y'all haven't seen it, y'all can see it on the front of my picture. Y'all can see it on his IG. Y'all can see it on all over YouTube. I've seen so many things on YouTube with it. As a matter of fact, one of my boys actually sent me some footage. He was like, man, I wish y'all know you needed some footage and whatnot. So I didn't really need any footage. He said, well, look, I got this footage from the classic. I'm like, what?
Oh
And all
yeah,
of a sudden I
yeah,
see this
yeah.
junk go by, and I saw
Caught me
you
in
go by, and
traffic.
I was like, oh dang, I was
Yeah,
like, yeah, I could have got that. What up, Tanner? And I was like, dang,
yeah,
I could have got that footage and whatnot and put up. And I was like, you know what? I was like, well,
yeah. That was
I was
actually
doing a short promo, not
my
a whole
first
video,
time.
because I
Yeah, that
wanted
was
people,
actually my
you know,
first time at the classic. That was my first time
really.
going, bro. Yeah, yeah. Never been. That was my first time going. I had a blast, bro. That ain't
I was
nothing
gonna ask
like the
how you like
classic.
it, because most people that go for the first time want to go back every year. Like Memphis Mike already
Oh yeah,
said, I'm going
bro.
back
I'm
every
already
year.
booked up. House already booked, bro. I'm there every year,
I
bro.
know I plan on going this year, but I don't know who's all
Yeah,
going. Because I had one dude was like, man, you if it's just you ain't got to get no place. You can just crash here with me. He said, cause I'm
yeah,
doing the
yeah,
Airbnb. That's how we get down. He said, just put in a little money. Come in.
yeah,
You ain't got to do that. Cause I'm like, it's probably gonna be just me. Even though you know how some people say, I want to go, and then when it come down
yeah.
to it, they don't go. So
Yeah, well, we had a little squad we went with. We had about 6 people. Then we linked up with some cats from Memphis. We linked up with some cats from everywhere. I mean, so we was deep down there. We had a good time, man. Shout out
yeah,
to Memphis Mike, KJ
and
from Memphis, all them
yeah,
boys.
yeah.
Y'all was
Shout out to
standing.
KJ. Shout out to Memphis Mike.
Yeah,
78 Chevy Boy. Actually, all of them been on the
yeah,
show
yeah.
except
My
for,
dog,
except for
78
KJ.
Chevy boy. I've been following him since day one. I remember that car back in the day when he first got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He
me
he
too.
did his thing with that thing, but
Like I
yeah, that's
actually
it.
met him. He only had that box for 2 months, and he's been on the show. We talked about that before
Yeah,
then, and when he got on, and I said, it made me think like I've known you that long, and he didn't know that. He remembered me when I had long hair. So when he saw me reach out to him, and I was talking to him, and me and him chatted on IG, he was like, "Oh man, yeah, I know you." I was like, "Yeah,
yeah,
yeah."
yeah,
I don't have the long
yeah. That's
braids
my dog,
anymore,
man.
dreads
Big T.
anymore, but yeah. And
Yeah,
you know, most people that go for the first time, like how you went the first time, they love it, they enjoy it, and they was like, you know what, I got to go back again. I remember when I used
oh
to go
yeah,
to that a lot, and I didn't go last year. I wish I'd have went,
yeah,
but
yeah.
a lot of events I used to go to, I said I'm gonna start back going to. That was one of them. Black Beach Week, and
Yeah, I'm actually trying to go to that this year for the first time too. Yeah, I've been wanting to
yeah,
check that out. It's not too far away from me, so I'm gonna try to check that out.
yeah,
Yeah,
I went to that one year, and I tell y'all, the way it's set up is a whole area, street, beach, and the water's right there, all together.
yeah,
So for me, when I went, I had a great time, and
yeah,
I was like, you know what, I got to start back going a lot of things like that. And the only thing that stopped me from going to things like that, family man and whatnot. So we're busy,
yeah,
family and everything else, and then my dad was sick, and after he passed, and it was a lot of things I wasn't able to attend and whatnot. So I said, you know
yeah,
what, start for 2020, this decade, I'm gonna start back going a lot of things. And I got invited to so many things coming up because I've had majority of all of them on the show. Like Don't Plan was on last week, and I was like,
yeah,
that's one time my anniversary. I'm like, you know what, um, I'm gonna go ahead and come. I'm gonna go ahead and come. It might be a quick turnaround trip, but I'll fly in, for that, hang out, and fly on back.
yeah, yeah,
So because I'm
yeah.
not
I'm
down
gonna
in
do.
Atlanta anymore. I'm in Kansas City. When I was in Atlanta, it was easy for me to go to a lot of those things. But I'm kind of glad I'm
Yeah,
up this way because there's things up here like the thing with Playboy Jeezy, the Show and Go 3 with him and
yeah,
Turbo Joe. I had Playboy
yeah,
Jeezy on it. We talked about it, and he sent me the updated flyer, which I'm gonna post out again for y'all. And I said I'm gonna go to that. Stunner Reese for Stunner Jam. I'm gonna go to that. All that stuff is not too far. Velt Boy's right up the street now. He's
yeah.
3 hours from me, so I'm gonna go to that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try to go to a lot of things. And Track Mania. I said I'm gonna try.
Yeah, I
I
was
know
just about to say, yeah, pull up at Track Mania. I'm gonna be there, man. Yeah, that's my KJ
I know I
shit.
got another
I'm
obligation going on around that same weekend, but I'm trying to squeeze it where I can go to that and then turn around and go to Track Mania that Saturday. So I'm working on trying to do that if I can. It
Yeah, I
depends on
feel
how
you, man.
things go.
Family. Yeah, you know how I go, man. And family, man, life, man. I just try. That's why I try to pick like the shows that I really want to go to. I try to pick like
Mm-hmm.
5, 6 shows I really want to go to every year, and just stick to
Mm-hmm.
that plan. So I'm definitely going to Stunt Fest. I'm gonna definitely go to Street Whips in Atlanta. That's a big show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Oh
go to
yeah.
Track Mania. CAD show was in Reynolds this year too. Street Beach 4. I'm going to that. I'm gonna pull up
Yeah,
at that.
I got somebody sent me a
Yeah.
well, it's not the official flyer, but sent me like a kind of a pre-made flyer of it just so I had a date, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
let me see if I can plug that in. I know that I'm definitely trying to plug in for Trackmania and mostly because I'm gonna already be there the week before. I said maybe I could work it
Yeah.
out where I can just be there the whole week because I'm be there for pound event. So I was like,
Oh yeah.
so I'm like maybe if I just go do Airbnb for the whole week, to stay the whole week. I said, but I'll see how that goes. I might have to just go and come back. I mean, it's cool if I do that because Memphis ain't that far from me. I can be to Memphis in like 5 hours. So it's 5 hours, not that far. Going the back way, hit Jonesboro, Arkansas, the back way, and I'm there quick. So it's so many questions. So many people ask me so many things. So I'm just going to jump into it. Most of them you already answered already about the car, but some people ask, what made you do a 4-door versus a 2-door?
Well, believe it or not, man, I bought this car on some, like, I was young. I was like 18, 19. I literally like had no car. I was like, man, I need a car. I just need a beater, just something to drive. So, you know what I'm saying? I found the car in the little auto trader, no picture, nothing.
Oh, yeah, I remember Auto Trader.
The car was like,
for those that don't know, before Facebook Marketplace, before Craigslist, before any of these others that you can
buy the book.
You had to go buy the book, and every Tuesday the new stuff came in that book. That book was $1.25. It was $1, and it was $1.25. And I used to buy that book and look for certain deals and try to find this, find that, and that's what you did. So for those that don't know, because there's some people here like probably like, yeah, somebody already sent me prime measure. What is Auto Trader? Ain't that a website? Before it was a website, you had to buy that book. And when you lived in Atlanta, you had the Atlanta Advertiser. And if you lived
this like 98, 99, bro.
Yeah, so when you lived near Augusta, like I did when I lived in Aiken, you had the I Wanna ad, which just like the Atlanta Advertiser. You had all those come out at the same time. I used to grab all 3 books. Tuesday morning was Tuesday drop. I grab all 3 books and I would sit and go through them. When I was in high school, I would sit and flip through them and try to find stuff, try to find deals. That was the old school way of doing. You just brought back a lot of memories with that.
Yeah, but I just needed a car, man. You know what I'm saying? Young kid, just needed a car. You know, I didn't really care what it looked like. I just wanted some shit to get me around, right? So dude wanted like $700 for the car, bro. So I still hadn't seen the car yet. I'm thinking it's gonna be some rust bucket piece of shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hit this dude up. I call him. The dude told me, like, yeah, it's my pop's car. You know, he 80-something years old. You know, he bought the car back in 78. He getting old, we don't want him driving no more. So I'm like, okay, I'm still thinking it's a piece of junk, right? So the guy brings the car to me to my job, bro. When I say this car was in mint condition, bro, not a scratch on it. It looked like it literally just drove off the Chevrolet dealership in 78.
Wow, bruh, you know what?
I gave him that money so fast, bro. I gave him that money so fast, bro. I was like, yeah, I ain't even drive. I was like, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
So and David Durango, you're right. That's a big steal. And he said he remembered those days all day dreaming about what you can't afford, looking in them books. Yep, that was me at one point. But you know what's so crazy? I actually came up on a 1980 Malibu like that was in the Atlanta Advertiser. And the lady, and when I called, the lady could barely hear me. And she put a granddaughter on the phone. Granddaughter said, yeah, my grandmother can't drive no more. We just want to sell the car. And I bought it for the same price that you just said you bought yours for. And mine came with the 305 in it. So when I went to go look at it, I went to go look at it, and I couldn't believe when they opened up that automatic garage. I said, that can't be the car. They said, it's the car right there. Because the picture they sent me, this back when you had the old flip camera phones, it was all blurry and whatnot. So when the granddaughter got in, backed it out, and she said, the heat work, we just serviced the AC. I'm like, what? Heat work, AC work? She said, and my brother, he's a mechanic. He did work. So I don't know what he did, but he did something to make it run faster. She just gave me a bunch of paperwork. I'm through the paperwork. I looked, he put 350 heads on it. Elder brought 350 heads. I was like, oh shoot, he put aluminum heads on it. I'm just going through the list. He changed the kickdown cable because that was a bad deal with those cars at the time. And then he put dual exhaust underneath, but it was some stock dual exhaust because she didn't want it loud. So I said, you know what? How much you want for the car? She told me. I said, let me give you this money right now to deposit. I'll be right back. I left. We had a tow truck, had a flatbed tow truck, went and got the car, brought it. My dad said the same thing he always said. Where'd you steal this car from? Like, I'm keeping this. I ain't never getting rid of it. I never got rid of it. I sold to somebody who they still have it to this day, but it don't look as good as it did. I mean, it looks good. And he said, I need to redo this, redo that. I said, dude, you didn't have to do nothing to it. It didn't need a paint job. It didn't need nothing. It was white with peanut butter interior from the factory.
Yeah.
And it
I
had
had
bucket
peanut butter
seats
interior.
red.
Only thing I hated about mine, bro, it was the ugliest 1970s, like this pale, like tan color.
Oh
It
yeah,
was so
yeah,
ugly.
that tan. You know, they were
Yeah,
famous for making a lot of those cars that tan color.
yeah, but it was so ugly. But what was crazy, the inside was peanut butter and black. And I was just like, how'd that go? Like, okay. So, you know what I'm saying? I was feeling the insides, but you know, I just, like I said, my pops even tried to buy the car off me when he took me to pick it up. He was like, oh, I didn't know it was gonna look this nice. I was like, no, I already paid it. It's mine now, bro. You ain't get So yeah, man, that's where it all started, man. You know what I'm saying? And then I had plans for it, you know what I'm saying? And I just felt like, you know what, yeah, it's affordable, but I'm gonna be in my own lane, bro. I like being in my own lane.
And
I
you
always
are
like having
you in
shit different, bro.
you in your own lane. When I was at,
Yeah,
I want to say that was Street Whips, because Stunt Fest and Street Whips was at the same
yeah,
place
yeah,
that year, both at the
yeah,
racetrack,
yeah,
and they were close
yeah,
together. And I was still
yeah,
living at the time, so I remember seeing it, and I was like, you know what? I was like, yo, he's in his own lane because nobody had photos there. I was like, he in
yeah,
his own lane doing his own thing, and it looks
yeah,
good. I said it looks
yeah,
good. I said I like what he did to it.
bro.
And
And people
I
told
remember
me, people told me
one of
like
my cousins,
when I
I'm not
first
gonna
started
name.
to fix it up, when I first started,
Uh huh.
like I was talking about fixing it up, people was like, no, no, man, don't do that. Don't, bro. Even my paint man was like, when I told him what I wanted to do, I was like, bro, I want to paint this motherfucker black. I don't want no chrome on this bitch, nothing but the door handles. He was like, that's gonna be ugly. Don't do that. By the time he was done with it, he was like, bro, you killed it. He was like, I don't know
He
why I
didn't see the
didn't give it
vision
to
you
you,
had.
but yeah, man, I had a vision for the car all along, man. I knew how I wanted it to look, man. And I was just like, I just had that mindset. I said, I'm gonna have the hardest photo you ever seen. I'm gonna make you forget it's a photo.
Yeah.
That was my mindset. Most people, man, I even had people walk up on it and be like, bro, you know, I came back the second time and I realized like that's a photo. Like I didn't even pay attention to it. I just saw it was a Malibu, and then I came back was like, oh, that's a photo. But like, you know what I'm saying?
Especially
It
when you
just
got it set up, it looks like a
yeah,
two door if you far away not paying attention. Because
yeah, yeah, man.
even another car show, which was Stunt Fest, when I took my
Yeah,
brother to it for the first time. What up, Box? I see you. And hold on for a second. Yeah, Queen B. Demon Durango's from Queens. He's from my area, Queens.
yeah,
The craziest thing was when I showed my brother, he was like, "Yo, that's a photo." I said, "Man, you need to go look at it."
yeah,
And it made him think like, "Damn,
yeah.
maybe I should get to
People sleep
my
on, man.
dad at the time in one part of the salvage yard. He had a four-door Regal,
Yeah,
and it used to be my uncle's, and we was like, yeah, we ought to get it from him and fix it up, blah 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 blah. Had the
yeah,
403 in it. We like snatch that out, put a Chevy engine, do this, do that, do this. And after he saw yours, he was brainstorming that, but my brother not doing that because he ended up finding a two-door Regal to do it with.
yeah,
So the craziest thing is, it's different, and I like how you did the color scheme on, especially with the black dot. You had a vision for it, and people didn't
yeah,
see it
man.
until after it came to light. And sometimes
Yeah,
it be
man.
like that time.
Yeah, yeah, man. That's what I'm saying, man. I just knew what I wanted, man. I knew how I wanted it to look, and like a lot of the work I did on this car myself, man. Like just in the garage, you know, from a lot of the interior work, the grill, I custom made the grill myself, like just all kinds of stuff. A lot of the engine work, I mean,
Wow.
everything, man. I just spent
Now,
hours.
Now I
Yeah,
did
my
have
wife
somebody
used to be
ask
like,
me, when you talking about the grill, somebody
yeah,
asked me, man, they said I have a 79 Malibu. It's the
yeah,
same front end. I'm looking for that grill and I can't find it. Now you just answered the
yeah.
question. You cut.
Hey,
I forgot who
hit
asked
up my
that question,
IG,
but I
hit
know
up
you
my
probably
IG.
watched it.
I'll
Go
make
watch
you
the
one for the
replay.
right price.
He said he custom made that whole grill.
Yeah, yeah. Hit my IG up. I got you for the right price. Anybody looking for one, I got you. As long as you got a solid factory grill, you send that to me.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh,
I
he
get
froze
you
up for
right.
a second.
You good? You good?
No.
You good?
Yeah, he froze up for a second.
You
Oh,
there?
there you go. Now you back.
All right, but
Um,
yeah, like hit my IG. If anybody
uh-huh.
looking for a grill, as long as you got a good factory grill for Malibu, or you can buy a factory grill, send it to me. I'll get you
Mhm.
right. Just inbox me. I'll get you right for the right price.
All right. Well, dude, I hope you listening because I can't even pull up the rest of the comments when he asked that because I know it's somewhere down in these comments
Yeah,
of
yeah,
what he did. And it's not a comment you see. Somebody sent me a bunch of private messages. And
yeah.
oh, there he is. He said, okay, yeah, I see it. He said, I'll definitely hit you up on IG. Okay, cool.
Okay, okay.
Well, I like what you did with that. and the process you did with that period. Because even I said that's a unique grill. And even when that dude asked the question, when I saw the question when he asked it, I was like, yeah, we're gonna get to that and find out, where he got it from, but he did it from scratch himself. And sometimes,
I hit a tiara, and I just didn't want one like everybody else. Everybody had the tiara grills, and they nice and everything, but I was just like, you know what? I don't want the same one everybody got. I want to be different. Once again, just something else, a custom touch that I felt like, okay, try something different.
And it's something totally different. And man, I maybe wish I had that Malibu I still had. I know dude who I sold it to. Every time I see him when I go back to Atlanta, he said, I still got it. I said, I know, but they looking as good. Man, I'm rebuilding it, which he is. He he kept that 305 and 350 heads in it because I didn't, in which I didn't know at the time. It had a cam in it, but you couldn't tell it because it had the stock mufflers on it. I thought it had a skip until I kept looking through the book. I said, oh, he put a nice little small 280 cam, nothing big. And I ended up putting some headers on it because it wasn't headers on it, and I ended up changing the torque converter to an 1800 stall torque converter, and I ended up doing a shift transmission. I even did my transmission guy shot Cheeseburg transmissions. They used to be open in Augusta, Georgia. He did my transmissions that I had in it, and he also put a trans brake on. That was the first car I had a trans brake on, and man, I said I ain't setting this up to race, but man, I already had all the stuff sitting out. This one I just did it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely not really trying to jump in the racing world like that either. I mean, like I play a little bit, cut up a little bit, but but I'm more of a street car kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? I cut up on the streets and what I'm saying, hit a couple donuts or something, burn some tires and shit. But I ain't really with all that track racing. I mean, I enjoy it, but that just ain't my thing.
Yeah, and at the time when I had that Malibu, I was the only one with a Panameric roof. It was like, how the hell I had that put in? Went to Salvage Yard. And I'll never forget, I was in Atlanta off of the other side of Glenwood. The salvage yard used to be there. They had a G6 sitting there. And my boy was like, yo, we can put that roof in yours. I was like, well, I just came for it. No, let's put that one in. It fit. We measured it and was like, yeah, it fit. We snatched it and put it in. I was the only one with that roof with them 3 glasses that go up, and everybody was like, yo, that's fine.
And I was actually, I'm actually thinking about doing that exact same thing. I'm actually thinking about doing that exact same thing right now.
Yeah,
I'm actually trying to figure out
it'll fit.
I can do to it. Yeah.
It was a perfect fit. I mean, when I say perfect, we did it right there in his garage. Just went ahead and just cut it, put it in. We put the lining around it, put everything in, bolted everything up in it. I cut the headliner so it would fit right, and that was it. I didn't have to take it anywhere. And matter of fact, that was the second one I'd done, but that was the first one I did on that came, for the Panameric roof. That was the first one I did like that. And I was like, if it don't fit, I'll just weld it back together and repaint it. But I didn't even have to repaint the car.
Okay.
So it worked out fine.
Yeah, because I was curious about how the process would go anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'll fit right up. And we did that in one day. We did everything in one day.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And the reason why I got with him because he's done them before. Shout out to Twan in Atlanta, in Decatur.
Okay, you have to link me up with him then. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's done them before. And I can link you up with him. He's done them before. And the thing was, he was like, and I got with him because he was an interior guy. He was like, if we need to redo your roof and whatnot, we'll redo the interior, but we didn't have to redo anything. I was able to just cut it with the big upholstery scissors he had, with the template that came off that we had, and everything worked out fine. I didn't have to reglue anything, have to redo anything. And all that, they would just toss that light and pull the wires down, from that light that sits in the middle.
Yeah, that little crappy light in the roof.
That was it. And I ended up putting some lights. I did something different. I ended up putting lights all the way around it. So when the door opened, all the lights came on. They was like, yo, how'd you get this LED strip up here? I said, would you believe those are for a house? They was like, what? I said, those Christmas lights. But it didn't look like they were Christmas LED lights, but now you can get them now. I said, but I couldn't find them for a car. And I took the box off it and 12 volts right off of it. So ran to a separate fuse, and there it is. And I hooked the ground to the door. So every time the door opened, they come on.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, it was something different. And the guy I sold it to, I said he still got it set up the same way. He was talking about redoing the seats because the seats was starting to get kind of crazy. And I told him those are the original seats when I bought it. I ain't do nothing to him. He said, what? I said, yeah. That peanut butter, that black pipe, and that's how they came. That's how I got it.
Yeah, I'm actually probably going to revamp my seats too. I mean, they've been done for a few years. So, you know what I'm saying? They're getting a little wear on them. Not nothing too crazy, but I just want to I'm going to still keep the same color scheme, but just go a little more modern look. You know what I'm saying? Switch it up a little bit.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that at all. Then somebody asked me, they was like, we see the attention you paid, we see the detail that you did to the whole engine. It was like, what size is the engine? We know it's small, but is it 350, 355, 383?
That's a small block 400, believe it or not.
Man, my favorite small block. I'm sorry to say, 400.
Yeah.
It's my favorite small block.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna tell y'all that chrome, it looked pretty, but when it's time to go to the show, you gotta clean that shit.
Oh man, don't tell me.
It ain't polishing.
I know all about it.
It ain't no
know
fun.
about it. It's no, it's not, because I do that with my Harley when I have time to clean. Like when I went and got a service, you want us to clean your chrome polish? Yes, please. I was like,
I know, man. Yeah, man. I wasn't thinking about it when I was buying all that stuff, but then after I got it on there, I'm like, man, you'd be surprised how dirty and quick this stuff get, man. It's just like this is crazy, man. Yeah.
And then you trying to polish it to keep it up. What up? What up, 85 Cuddy boy? I see you. Yeah, and trying to polish it, keep it clean, and I did get turned on to this one thing that's almost like a wax that's supposed to repel it, but you still gotta wipe it. I'm like, this ain't.
Yeah.
I said, this ain't doing it right. I still have to get up underneath and wipe it. It's repelling, but it's still leaving the little particles on. I still got to clean off. And yeah, man, yeah. Great.
Yeah.
So I understand completely. But you know what? Man, the guy was like, wow, 400. He sent me a message. Yeah, 400. Yes, 400 small block. 400 small block. Those were the go-to engines for small blocks. If you can come across one before they started stroking out the 350 to 383s. When they started from that 383s, because you couldn't hardly find 400. So that's a classic block that you have, because those are becoming rare to find.
Yeah. Very rare to find.
Very, very rare. I think my uncle's holding on the ones he got. He ain't letting them go nowhere. He got like 5 or 6 of them. Nope. Ain't letting them go nowhere, because he don't want nothing to happen to him. That was his backup engine, just in case anything go wrong in his vehicle. They built, sitting there ready to go. He was like, "These are my backups. Nope, not going nowhere."
Yeah, if I do change anything, I mean, I'm on the fence about it, but if I do change anything, it's probably gonna be LS. But I don't know. I just love the way that old school look, man. That old school motor ain't nothing like an old school motor, man. It's prettier, man.
It's not at all. I mean, I actually really, I know getting off topic, I really just talked to dude out of changing his. He has a 468 stroke. And I said, dude, why you want to get rid of the engine? Man, I want to go to LS engine. The engine's in the donk. I said, why? So I want to pat the gas. Switch over to, I said, let me turn you over to my dude here. He'll convert that whole shit over to, excuse my French, but this is a grown-up show. He'll convert that whole shit over to fuel injector. What? I turn him over to him. Car's already done. He said, man, not only that, he said that young dude named Roy, man, he even converted to push button start. I said, see?
Yeah, I'm thinking about the fuel injector on this too.
Do nothing. I said, yeah, fuel injector. I said, you already have a great running engine. Nothing's wrong with it. And it's toting that car like it's nothing. And it's already done up. He bought it. He bought the whole car already done up. He paid 18 grand for the car, and it was already done up. Didn't need nothing but some interior work done. And he got that done. And I'm like, man, why don't you just throw a fuel injection carburetor on it, or change it to a Holley FI unit and call it a day?
Yeah, and that's actually the option I've been thinking about
doing. Nice dominator on it that's fuel injected, and he's cool with it. I said, yeah, that's all you needed.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that too, because, man, I tell you, when I went to Orlando, man, it's true what they say, man. You go to a different weather climate, your car gonna run different.
Oh,
I found that out. Yeah, I mean, because I got my car tuned for where I'm at. So, I got down there, man, I'm having idle issues. I'm like, man, what is going on with this weather down here? So I'm down there like adjusting crap, and trying to get everything to run right, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go fuel injected if I stay with this engine.
Yeah, and that's for any region you go to. Down there when you go down to Florida, there's more humidity, but when you go up to the mountain areas and whatnot, oh man.
Yeah.
You got to change everything totally different, because if not, your car ain't gonna run right. Period. And now they actually came out with now, even for carbureted engines, where you can hook up a whole little it's almost like a tune kit where it adjusts on its own.
Tuning kit. Yeah.
Adjust on its own with that. We don't have to worry about that. I know for my Deuce Recorder now with that Oldsmobile 350 Rocket that's in it now. Even though I'm switching to LS, I'm going to LT4. I was like, I thought about purchasing, but I'm like, if I'm gonna end up putting this LT4 now, I'll just wait, because an engine that I got in now is gonna go on my 53 Pontiac, and I'm gonna convert that to fuel injection.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's for sure.
One of those things to think about, but I would not get rid of that engine, period, that you got at all.
Nah, I mean, even if I take it out, I ain't letting it go now. I'm still gonna keep it. You know, I ain't gonna, if I go LS, I'm still gonna keep it regardless. You know, just as a backup if I have to go back with it or whatever. But yeah, a lot of my boys, cause like everybody I was with at the classic, everybody was running LSs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, all of them LS engines, everybody.
Like, man, and they was on me hard. They're like, man, you gotta go LS, you gotta go LS. I'm like, nah, man, I'm good, man. Ain't that like popping that hood, seeing that old school motor, man. I mean, like I said, LS is good and reliable and all, but it ain't pretty like old school motor.
No, and like I said, if this is just me speaking, because it's a 400 small block, a true 400 small block, yeah. I'll just switch over that carburetor over to fuel injection and get the I'll do the EFI kit on it with the tune on it that'll adjust with everything and call it a day. Then you ain't got to even worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah,
instead
that's probably
of
what
not unless you just got something going on wrong with the engine, but you already got it.
Honestly, I don't even drive the car that much. Believe it or not, bro, like this car really don't even move. Like I might take it out on like a Saturday or Sunday, hit the block for a little bit. But only time it really move, I'm going to a show. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trailing it there, you know, unless it's close. You know, I really don't even put too many miles on this car, man.
Yeah, and I find with my 2.25, my neighbor down the street was just talking to me this morning, like, I know the weather break, you gonna pull it out? I said, yeah, I always pull it out, and because he loved to ride with me when I go to the car. I go to the cars coffee up the street, or when I go up to the car wash, I go to this one car wash. The man that owns it, he loves old school cars, and he has a 66 Cadillac.
Yeah.
And when he see me pull up in that, pull over here, he lets me park all in the front. I go in the little wash thing, do my little hand wash thing, and he lets me sit right there and wipe everything down. He's like, man, I like to sit and just watch this car. He said, man, it's a nice car. You don't see these every day. I said, you're right. He said, man, that deuce look good. That deuce look good. And like I said, my neighbor asked me, you gonna pull out, you gonna do this, do that. I said, yeah. I said, I don't think I'm gonna have my other engine in just yet because I got a bunch of other things I'm working on and waiting on them and whatnot. So I think that it may end up happening, but it might not happen until probably the end of this year. And to me, I'm not in no big rush. It took me 4 years to get to this point. And that's what I tell a lot of people. I'm like, look, I ain't rich. I'm
trust me, bro. I'm not even a family man. Family man with wife and 3 kids, bro. I ain't rich by no means. I'm a working man, bro. I go to work every day.
I'm like, I ain't taking nothing away from my
kids. If you doing, one thing I can tell anybody, if you building the car, especially an old school, take your time. Don't worry about nobody else. Do your bill right, because if you rush, you just gonna end up spending the money again, redoing stuff. I mean, trust me, I did that before. When I was young, I was rushing to trying to get stuff done. And you end up, oh man, I gotta redo this messed up, or I gotta do this again. So, you just take your time, do it right. You know what I'm saying? Because the last time I fixed this car, I told my wife, I was like, I'm not driving this car, I'm not doing nothing until it's fully complete.
And shout out to somebody new in here. Jamel Loves 14, appreciate you coming through. Definitely smash the like button, hit that, and go ahead and follow me and whatnot. Because this goes on and on. I have this going on every week. But man, you right about that. And I tell it a lot of people. I remember being local, but we in the same city. I had that talk with him. I was like, I ain't no rush, man. I said, because everybody's pockets is different. You can't worry about what everybody else is doing. Like,
you can't, bro.
I know somebody right now. They don't even live here, but he hits me up all the time. He was like, man, look, I want to buy something where I can do this, do that. And his pocket is long. His pocket is real long. So I told him, I said, look, what up, Mark Corleone? I see you up in the building. So I told him this. I said, you know what? Normally I don't do this, but I know how you are because I've known you a long time. I know this guy at least 25 years. So I said, look, you just get out of the military. You get retired out of the military, retiring in May. And I said, look, let me call somebody in Florida, buy your car already done up. Because I know you're not going to have the time to do this, and I know how you're trying to get that, and you got enough money. So I turned on to somebody down in Florida, which I'm not going to get their name because I told him I'll never get their name. He didn't get him just one. He got him 2 cars for what he wanted to speed. So he has a G body. I think it's a Cutlass. Yeah, he has a Cutlass, a 1970 Cutlass Vert. And then he has a Dawn. He has a 75 Vert Dawn. And I said, damn, man, I thought you was getting 1 car. Well, I had a budget in mind, and he found me 2 for that. I said, damn. He said, the only thing the Cutlass just need a set of wheels because the guy sold the wheels. He said, but he hooked me up with that. He said, hook me up with a set of Sandmans. Somebody had a set of Sandmans for sale. And he said, and the Dunk already got a set of what's on there? NTWs he got on there. And I was like, okay, so you good to go. He said, well, I want some Sandmans, so I went ahead and ordered some Sandmans. And I already sold those wheels already. I'm like, damn. He said, yeah, I had them take them off. The rim shop gave me a decent price for them, and I only had to put $500 more to them. And they got me another set with brand new tires. And got me a set of rims, and they shipped them to me already, and I already got them put on. My garage looking sweet right now. I said, man, you got it made. He's like, and also I'm moving to Florida. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, I'm still stationed in Florida. He said, I'm moving. I said, what do you call it? In storage. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, hey, I feel you. Because he was one of those while he was in the military. He didn't buy anything. Him and his wife both in the military. They didn't buy a house. They lived on a military bill. The military paid for everything, and they just been pocketing their money. So his whole thing
that was me. That was me too, bro. I'm from the military too, bro. So I know that life.
Shout out to the veterans. Shout out to the veterans in the chat as well.
Shout out to the vets, bro. Shout out to the vets, bro.
Yes, thanks for serving our country, man. Because I know it's a lot being with family and whatnot, and going through a whole lot with it. I ain't been in the military, but I've had family and friends around me that's been in it, and I know what it's like. Just from them telling me stories, and from when I did personal security, and I was gone like I was in the military, so I know.
Yeah, because I literally had this car, like when I joined the military, this car sat probably 5-6 years in the storage.
Wow.
Like just sitting, like with nothing done to it. Like because I had it fixed up for a little bit, and then I joined the military, and I kept getting deployed, kept getting stationed different places. So my wife was like, you just paying for that storage. You bought that car 1,000 times. I'm like, yeah, but it's not about the value. It's the car. Like I care about the car. I don't care about no storage bill. Like So she was, and then when I swear when I brought it home, I went and got it some years ago. I went and picked it up out of storage. I brought it home. It was looking rough, bro. I'm talking about paint faded real bad. I mean, just everything dry rotted. She was like, "There's no way you're gonna fix that car." I said, "Just watch.
Go fix it back."
Just watch. Bro, I was in the garage every day. Like the first day I brought it home, I probably spent 10 hours in the garage just gutting the car, just stripping shit down, taking shit out. Yeah, I was just on it, bro. I was on a mission, bro. So I that day I knew my vision, what I was gonna do, and I just had a mindset, and I said I'm gonna stick to it and just keep grinding at it, bro.
And you know what? I truly understand, because I would have been the same way. And like what I was just telling you about, his whole thing was he was like, I want to wait till I get done. His old school's gonna be out there. His thing was, I want a Dunk, I want this, I want that. And now he's hitting me up like, yo, I want a Harley. I'm like, what? I said, I know. I said the same thing again. I know you. Let me turn you on to these folks. They do. They got Harleys already done up, and you can buy one. I said, they right in North Carolina. I got a good deal with them right in Charlotte. I said, I know them personally. Let me call them. I called them on three-way. They basically texted him a bunch of pictures of bikes, and he went with a Road Glass Special that they got with a 26 in the front. I said, there you go.
Okay.
So he said, but I still want to put music in. I said, well, didn't they do it? No, I just bought it like it was, because music would have took too long, and I'll just get you to do it whenever you come down. Okay. I'll do it whenever I come down.
I'm in the bike world too, but I'm more of a street bike guy. I ride crash rocket, so you know what I'm saying.
And that was me. I was me. I had a Jet 750. I had a 1000. I had a Poster. That was me. I was me before I moved here and started doing long distance riding, and that sport bike wasn't in anymore. I was like, I got to get something else. So
yeah, everything I got blacked out, bro. She black and chrome too. So
dang.
I keep some gangsters around. I'm telling you, if I go to Black Beach weekend, I'm gonna have all the toys with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull up with the black truck. Pull up with the black truck with the bike on the back of the truck and the car on the trailer. I ain't playing with them. I'm not playing with them.
Oh, you're gonna be ready this year. And also, speaking of beach stuff, I also got invited to Myrtle Beach, and I'm like, that one I know I'm not gonna make, because that's right at the damn anniversary. So I know I ain't gonna make that one, because Dunk Master's doing something big down there, teamed up with
the bike people, the big wheel bikes girl, I saw that.
So I know them, and they kind of said to me, and to somebody I know, that relayed the message back to me, and I was like, I see what I can do, but I can't promise that one. Y'all know that's one that's hard for me to make, because I'll see. It's a lot of things I got invited to this year that I'm definitely trying to make. Some things I'm gonna put off to next year. I know SEMA is one of them. I was like, I really want to go to SEMA.
Yeah,
that's been on my list for years to go.
Bro, me too, bro.
I'm like, you know what? I think this is gonna be the year I probably go.
Yeah, I've been saying the same thing, bro. I'm gonna try to make it just take that whole week and just go out there and just enjoy it, bro.
It's refreshing. Yeah. There we go. I don't know why I kept refreshing.
I definitely don't want to
hopefully I didn't miss anybody that came up in here. You know, we sit up here vibing and talking and whatnot. You know, this ain't your average podcast. We sit, it's a laid back where you can have a drink, get your popcorn, have you something to eat, and sit back and have a good time. And you get to learn about people that I bring on. That's what this podcast is about. Oh, like he's still frozen on his end. Y'all, he probably gonna freeze in a minute. I know he's in the garage and whatnot. Goldie, I see you up in here. Catfish, I know I hollered at you already. There we go. Now you're unfroze. I don't know why it froze up for a minute.
All right.
Still freezing up. There we go. All right. But one of the other things, somebody asked me, they want to know what size wheels you got on there, and did you do anything to the rear, and also did you do a frame notch? Same person asked 3 questions in one.
Yeah, I definitely had the frame notch. It's a 24x11 on the back with a 6-inch lip. So I definitely had the roll fenders, frame notch. And it's tight. Like it's the space.
I've seen it in person, and I even seen when you had these wheels on it. And I must say, it is tight, but there's enough room. And I was like, wow, I can barely get my hand up under there, but they tuck it right.
And I'm running air suspension on the rear too, so I can literally adjust my ride height while I'm driving. So I can literally sit it on his ass, and I can level out on the highway if I want to.
And that was another thing I was going to ask, because somebody just asked, do you have air suspension or do you have coilovers in the front and back? Somebody asked me all about that.
Yeah, it's full air ride on the back and just regular stock suspension on the front. But yeah, it was definitely some work getting them wheels to fit. Definitely some work. Yeah.
And I know
all the other wheels I ran, I really didn't have to do that much. Just a little minor fender roll and stuff like that. But with that wide lip, yeah, it was definitely some work. I bought the wheels and was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to get somebody to do this. But I kept working at it, and I got them to work for me.
And you know what's so crazy about that? I almost bought a set of wheels like that, and I told one of my live. There's a guy that was here in Casey selling those wheels. It was 26. The back was 11.5. The front was 9.5. And I said, okay, how much you want for them? He said, well, look, I just bought brand new tires from him. He said, man, the paint I had him is faded off. He was like, man, come bring me $1,100. Deal.
Yeah.
I said, I'll be over there. As soon as I got over there, he was like, man, I told him what time I'll be over there. We set up a time. He said, people hitting him up. I said, well, I'm coming. I'm bringing cash. Okay. Yeah. I get over there while I'm there. I kid you not, it's a dude put him on the back of his truck.
Damn. Yeah, I actually bought these wheels from one of my partners, Danny, out of Florida. He got a short bed, so he had them on the slam short bed, so a step side. Okay. So they're truck wheels, so that's why they're so wide. But I just like that look, so I was like, I gotta have them.
Gotta have that look. Hey, nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's a look that you want to go with, and they look good on there for y'all. The pictures don't do any justice. I've seen them in person. They look good on there.
Yeah.
They really do.
So I'm definitely content with this wheel change. Like I said, this wheel number 5. So I think I'm gonna rock these for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, it's a classic wheel. And I've seen it still out. Like if I got it, I was gonna paint the face of it white because my car is white. And lead a lip curl. There was a couple things I thought about doing with it. And it killed me when I couldn't get them. But then my dude that shout out to owner Richline Motorsports in KC. He was selling his wheels. Somebody told me about them off his 66 Pontiac, and I bought those because I want to do something different. I was like, I was debating whether to go forges or this or that or this, and I was like, you know, everybody's already doing that. Do something different. And when I got those the Helos that I got now, people were like, those are Helos. I'm like, yeah, I just changed them. I took the Helo thing off and had a Buick Emma made, put in the middle, and painted the inserts white, and I like it. It looks good.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was like all over the place. Like I didn't know which brand I wanted to go with. I was just like going to different shows and seeing what different people had, and it's like, man, I don't want to get something everybody got, you know. Yeah. Like I always liked this wheel. Like I kept going back to this wheel online. Like I would always go and look at them. Like, man, just something about that look like that. It just like I said, it's a classic look that I feel like won't ever really go out of style. You know what I'm saying? That swirl pattern, it's that classic look.
And that's kind of one of the things that I deal with. I was like, I didn't want to get a wheel that went out of style. It was like a 5-star, a small swirl, or something. Like I did love when my boy Bat 96 Chevy, shout out Bat 96 Chevy. He was selling his Ford.
I've been following him for a long time too.
Yeah, I know him and his whole family because I used to actually live in Aiken at one point. I know them for years. Him and his brother. And actually, they're coming to the show. I'm trying to work on a date with them coming on, both of them at the same time. And the craziest thing is, he was selling his Forges right when I was moving here. And I was like, my money tight right now because I'm paying the move and paying. I said, but look, if you still have them by this time, I'll come get them. I called him up. He was like, man, I just sold him so and so, so and so. And he got him on his dunk now. And I was like, oh, man. I said, okay. I mean, it's because I like that style. I like the style of wheel. When he first got him, I liked it. And I love what he got now. What he's rocking now, I love. And I was like, you know what? I'm eventually find something, but I want to be something different. I'm kind of glad I got what I got. I know down the road, because for me, I was at a car event thinking about what wheels to get. And I'm standing in the middle of Corleone Forge. They were just getting started. Forgiato, Sandman was standing there. And who else was over there? It was all these rim companies all in one. And I was like, I don't know what I want to go to it. They were like, man, you come on over here, man. We got match steering wheel. Well, they got match steering wheel too. Well, we throw it in for free. Well, they throw it in for free too, and they doing this. So I was going back and forth with all of them. And I was like, you know what? Man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Appreciate it, Queen B. She said my podcasts are all cool. Appreciate it. So I didn't know, and appreciate Mike calling on. He enjoys the live stream. I appreciate y'all enjoying it. And that was my thing. I didn't know what I want to go with, just like you know what you want to go with, but you kept looking at those. Like I kept looking at the wheel I got now. And I said, you know what? I'll rock with those. I said, I'll rock with those. I'll go with those and, all day. And it's something different because I don't see anybody with them now. At first, when I first got them, some people with them, but now I see nobody with them. And people ask me, you got a wheel? Then I tell them, like, really? I'm like, yeah, look different, don't it? Put them on style.
Because I was actually on the fence about, like, at first I was like, should I paint them black? Or should I get them brushed? I was just like, but I was like, I felt like the black was gonna be too much black, and it was gonna take away from the wheel. So I just went with the brush look. So I was like,
and that's another thing. I love the brush look on there, and I was like, damn, I didn't think about the brush look. I love that because if you think about it, back in 2000 and I want to say about 10, that's when the brush wheel was coming into play with the chrome lip, especially with Forges. Forges was doing it heavy like that, and I love that look. Because it gave something like Goldie just said. Goldie said, "Look, it's a clean look," and he's right. Yeah. It's a real clean look. It's something different, and it's to me it's just a classy look. It's a classy look. Like, I don't know if you see the comment on the screen. He said that brush is clean. Yeah, it's a clean.
Hella clean. I like that simple look. Like to me, I feel like less is more. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times you see cars and you feel like people try to do too much, like and go too far with it, and it takes away from the car. I feel like you can do subtle things, like little simple touches, and just have like a simple, clean paint job or simple wheel, and it's gonna pop.
Yeah, and that was kind of my whole thing. I was like, I wanted something that was simple, don't take away from the car, because my thing was, I promised my dad, RP to my dad, and I promised my uncle, I'm gonna do this with this car. I'm gonna do this and do these things to it, but I don't want to take away from it because there's not too many 76 deuce and quarters around. And when I did what I did to it, it was like, oh wow, it looks good. And I tell people all the time, even when the wag wheels on, it looked good. I was like, yeah, I know, thank you, appreciate you. But Malibu King, our time is kind of running out. I'm definitely gonna bring you back on again, especially when the water went to water. Oh, not the water. Y'all, sorry, I'm thinking about the water because I'm thirsty. When the weather change and we can get you outside in it, get some views in it. And especially when I see you at events, I'm definitely going to get a bunch of shots of it because I know a lot of people want to see a lot with the car, but I steady tell people, with the weather right now, and it's rainy season early in a lot of places.
Yeah, it's really been raining here all day.
Right now. Yeah, it's raining in some places. And like here, it's starting to snow off and on. So you never know what you're going to get. So that's why I'm not in the garage doing my podcast. I'm down here. At first, I started in the garage doing a lot of things. But I'm like, it's cold out there. So definitely going to bring you back to show off the car, showcase the car. Or I might be just standing where you at. Just bring my camera, my DSLR on my phone, and get all the footage.
Bad, bro. Bad. Let's link up, bro. Definitely.
So y'all check out Malibu King 1978. Check him out. And the Gangsta. Can't forget about the Gangsta. That's the name of the car. No people. Because people ask, is it going to be a real gangster on there? Somebody thought it was going to be Snoop Dogg on there. I'm like, what? Like, no.
She back there sitting on them fat lips. With them fat lips back there.
Yeah, well, I see it. She looking good.
Somebody said,
come on, y'all. Don't. Somebody says the lawnmower for sale. Man, y'all paying attention too much crap.
Yeah, come on, get it. I don't use it. I got a son for that.
I wish my son was old enough to cut grass. I got to get out there and cut it. He's only 2. It'll be 3 this year. I'm like, man, wait till you get a little older. You're gonna be out there cutting that grass.
Yeah.
But definitely gonna have you on again. And yes, Queen B, I will tell a story because I know you're here for the story time. You want to know story time. So not gonna hold you up much longer. Shout out to you, shout out to the veterans, and shout out to the rest of the veterans that's in here. Definitely gonna bring you back on, man. Keep doing your thing with that Malibu.
Appreciate it, homie.
All right. Peace.
All right, bro. All right.
Hold on, y'all. Everything acting haywire. I know what's going on StreamYard today. StreamYard, get it together. Get it together. All right, y'all. Man, I definitely appreciate y'all rolling through. For those that's in here, I did have some special announcements and whatnot that y'all don't want to miss. And special announcements, Key. There you go. Special announcement. For those that are going, I'm gonna repeat this again. For those that are going to next week, March 7th, to Demonology Dunk Master YouTubers call out, make sure you please go get your ticket because once they sold out, they sold out. So you want to make sure you get your ticket. Once they're sold out, they're sold out. That's it. And you get your ticket from Demonology638.com. Once again, Demonology638.com. Go in there and get your tickets because once they sold out, that's it. And they're selling out fast. And for those that need rooms down there, I'm letting you know, a lot of hotels are sold out. A lot of Airbnbs are sold out. So with that being said, just want to let people know about all that. When can I hit you up on that knowledge? Oh, Goldie, yeah. You can hit me up after this live. I haven't forgot about you. You definitely hit me up after this live. After the live go off, just go ahead, hit me up on IG, call me through it, do video chat. We'll chat about it. I'll get you squared away. Yeah, definitely for sure. All right, Queen B, I know you ready. I know you're ready. Queen B loves this time. She loves story time. She loves the story time. Now, I know she likes to just things about the famous people and whatnot and stuff I've been on and this and that and the third, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to tell you one of the greatest stories ever to be told. And yes, this is a true story. Went to an event in Houston and Slim Thug had his Impala to race. And he was supposed to race, I want to say either the Mike Jones or somebody he was supposed to race. And they didn't show up, he ended up racing somebody else. And I'm going to tell you this much. For those that don't know, Slim Thug, that 96 SS Impala he has, that is one of the fastest Impalas I've seen during that time. You know, there's a bunch of them out here now that's really rolling and flying. The Creek is flying right now. But that thing right there is a beast. It's a beast. So everybody was going in this bet, and I forgot who he was racing. He was racing somebody that's well-known within the Texas area, and they put together the bid. And when I say they put together the bid, I think the race, was like 70, 80, 100K race. And people put their money for it. So I jumped up with my little self. When I say little self, because my little $1,000 wasn't going to really do much of anything. I said, you know what? I said, bet. I said, I got $1,000 Slim Thug. Man, people was taking that bet left and right. So they had a whole thing set up. Yeah, and Paula's cool. They had a whole thing set up where you can do the whole bid thing, but you had to go to make it official. You had to walk over there, do the bid, whatnot. I said, look, I got $1,000 Slim Thug. I put $1,000 down, and I was like, you know what? If I lose 1,000, so be it. And this back when I had a little change. Right now I'm broke. I ain't got shit now. So with that whole thing being said, smash the like button before y'all leave. Yes, please smash that like before you leave. Please smash the like button before you leave. So with that whole thing being said, Slim Thug actually won that race. But it was a lot of whatnot. They had to rematch. So it took hours on hours. I couldn't get my money. I was like, man, he already said he won. Why they doing a rematch? I said, well, look, I ain't even part of the rematch. The light went off green on his side. They announced it. He won it. Give me my money. Period. They said, well, won't you come back and bet again? Okay, you know, I'll bet again. So it took about 4 hours to get that whole race together because other people racing and whatnot. Some dog comes back out and races him again. I mean, leaves and beats him by like a length and a half. It was a good race, took off together, but I don't know what happened at the other end. All I know is on that other end, because I was on midway. I got midway with my camera trying to catch that footage, but I need to see if I even have that footage. And I saw Slim Thug is leaving him. He's leaving. He was pulling away from him. and he got the green light. I went down and got my money, and that was the end. And all I know is they was talking about running back again. I was like, man, that's already the best. If you do a 2 out of 3, that was already the best 2 out of 3. He won it. He won it. That was it. And some thug and all them had a big ass party at the end of it, and that was it. So Queen B, that's my story for the night. I didn't want to go too long because I'm already over my time. Definitely want to thank y'all for rolling through. Also, I must announce this tomorrow. Tomorrow's live is starting at 6 p.m. because I have not 1, not 2, but 3 guests rolling through, and you don't want to miss it. I already put out the promos for it. For those that haven't seen the promos on IG, Swapping Things is one of the guests coming through. And yes, when I say Queen out, Queen B, not you, but the Box Chevy Queen, she is rolling through. Miss Box Chevy Queen herself, Miss Katrina, she is rolling through. She's going to roll through the spot because I want to have more women in here that ride. When I mean ride, I mean to have nice whips and whatnot to let y'all know this ain't just a man's game, it's a women's game too. And I love when women have nice fixed up whips and know about cars, like when I have Miss Coco on. So I got her on. And then also can't forget my dude that I've known for a long time, G-Dog 803 is coming through the building, y'all. He's coming through. Spread some knowledge. We're going to chop it up. We're going to talk about some events. We're going to talk about March 7 event. We're going to talk about a lot of things because it's a lot of things people don't know. We're going to talk about the home team. When I say the home team was a bunch of us that got together, and I kind of got included into it every time I came into town. And it was a bunch of people that was from the same area, kind of grew up together. Some of them did, some of them didn't, but all knew one another. And we rode around to different car shows and whatnot. And I had that Deuce and a Quarter with me in a lot of those events and whatnot. And I have some of the throwback footage of it that he let me, have and whatnot. And I would definitely let y'all know more about it tomorrow. So definitely tune in. You do not want to miss it. I want to thank y'all for joining in for New York in Your City Live podcast. I am New York, and this is my podcast, and I appreciate y'all for coming through and enjoying yourselves. That's going to be 3 p.m. Pacific time West Coast. I know, Queen B, it's going to be 3 p.m. Pacific time, but guess what? The great thing about it is you always catch the replay because I do not take them off. They sit up there, so you can always catch the replay. But I want to thank y'all for coming through. My time is up. This is New York. I'm out. Y'all be safe out there. Love one another. Reach out to people and reach out to them in a minute because you never know. Life is short.